Hey, what up, man? So, I'm gonna do this before I jump into like my little round two NBA capsule or whatever. Being that it's NBA related, but it's also something that's much more serious in the black community, black community, and overall American society. To be honest, it's coming up. But anyway, recently, NBA superstar or budding superstar, D'Angelo Russell, fuck you, Lakers front office for trading this man because of some shit that happened with his fucking swaggy P, who's not even in the league. But I digress. D'Angelo Russell having pretty much a breakout season, and all but guaranteeing himself as a max contract level NBA player, was caught in the in the airport with marijuana. All right, me, I'm a as much as I like to joke about it. And one day, I said, as soon as I was done with my career, first thing I was gonna do was smoke some weed. Uh, it was just jokes, man. I've seen and I was deprived of a father due to the beginning with marijuana. My dad thought it was more important to get high and hang out with his homeboys or whatnot than whatever it was, to be a father to me. And at the time, before the divorce, a husband to my mom. But hey, we all make our mistakes, so on and so forth. I forgive him for it. But that was one of my biggest influences on not doing drugs and never smoking weed. The easiest way to smoke weed is to tell people you don't smoke weed, and everybody want to offer you weed, and but hey, man, 35 years running and never smoked one blunt, joint, or anything marijuana related. This whole video is, and I had notes, and so I remember most of them. I don't know what the hell I did with my notebook, but whatever. Anyway, once upon a time, when I was a kid, they had all of these drug prevention commercials and things like, I learned it from you, Dad. I learned it from watching you. And, you know what I'm saying? And this is your brain on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Any questions? Or you even had the DARE program for children, drug awareness and resistance education, I think. Something like that. Drug awareness. Yeah, I think it's resistance education. And all of these things to deter the youth and people in general, American society, to not use drugs. Yeah, it was a part of the whole, the war on drugs and whatnot, what have you. But and we know all how that works. Not get too deep into that rabbit hole, but if you know, you know. If you don't, hey, look it up. just Google like George Bush and CIA drug trade or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, oh, how the tides have turned. We went from the war on drugs to the war for drugs. Okay, and the number one drug of choice right now is marijuana. California was the first state to kick it. No. I take that back. Colorado was the first state to kick it off recreation and make it recreationally legal. And then there's been a few other states now to follow suit. Colorado showed a big boom in their economy upon doing that, and pretty much people like to get high, man. Getting high, it's a release and to get away from real life, and just that that euphoric feeling people get from it. It interacts with the brain. THC attaches to certain receptors of the brain and slows down your motor function. And with if you use it, the earlier you use it, the more effects it may happen on your brain structure and memory. Okay, that's just some of the stuff I remember from the notes. But again, hey, you can look it up yourself and see what this stuff does. So there's been plenty of studies proving the information that they used to put out back in the day. But now all of those things are gone. And if you're smart and you speak this conspiracy theory shit, you have to ask yourself, well, why is that? How and why is something that used to be bad is now being encouraged by the government? So far now at the state level, and more states are jumping on board, and and they got all these other studies to show how it's okay and how it helps with certain illnesses. I think one of the biggest ones they like to use is epilepsy and those type things, which that's true facts. I'm not denying or refuting the fact that marijuana does have medicinal purposes, and it may help some people that truly need it in very, very serious mental conditions. Not denying that whatsoever. But again, would you just fucking pop aspirins when you don't have a headache? Would you just drink cough syrup if you're not coughing? All right. So again, once you do these things and you look at it, you have to ask yourself, okay, if something's meant to be a medicine, you don't just take a medicine when you don't need it. All right. And mind you, people gonna do what the hell they want to do. It's a drug. Alcohol's a drug. All these other, what I'm saying? I understand that. But we're talking about weed here. All right. We're talking about marijuana. And the whole point of this, I think people is understanding, another part of the research I did, is that the THC levels back from when weed first kicked off its whole, popularity or whatnot, the hippies that they used, the hippie revolution or whatever that they used to start as an excuse to start the war against drugs, that I think they said somewhere between 3 and 5%. All right. And now you have weed that's on average up to a 33% increase of THC content and potency. Okay. And that's regular weed. And they're saying they're improving that, by the year, pretty much. And then if you get down to the real shit, like the dabs and shit, where it's concentrated THC, it's 80% fucking 80% concentration. And once upon a time, they used to call weed a gateway drug, right? And by gateway drug, it pretty much means that opens you up in order to try harder shit, because just like everything, your body adapts. And at some point in time, the high is not good enough. And what they always tell you, every time you hear somebody tell you from an addict or whatever, you're searching for that first high. All right. So eventually, you're gonna find that weed doesn't cut it for you, no matter how great the fucking THC content is, the concentration is. And what do you have now? On the other hand, you have this whole opioid addiction and things going on. So the thing, in fact, of the matter is, man, especially for black people, and again, shout out to Chronicles of Judah, say this shit all the time, bro. Especially when you're not organized or you're unaware of what's going on, you have all these factors against you. For your whole community, bro, why are you and how can you afford to be high all the damn time? If you're high, you're inebriated, you're unaware, and you don't have your full mental capacity. And weed, again, like I told you, it's been proven over lengthy use, it alters your brain structure and damages your hippocampus, which contributes to memory and the ability to learn. Okay, and it's been studies shown that the earlier people used marijuana, it dropped their IQ points. I think it was up to 7 to 8 points or something like that. All right, according to people that didn't use it. So the thing is, how important can weed be? You know what I'm saying? You gotta put, and this goes back to the original example. D'Angelo Russell, All-Star year, breakout year. This guy's on was on track to get a $200+ million contract, bro. And you mean to tell me that he couldn't just fly to where he wanted to go, or even be smart enough, again, smart enough to either charter his own plane or just buy weed where he got to wherever he wanted to go? He had to try and sneak it onto a through an airport, bro. That hits any and every issue with this fucking weed shit. For one, marijuana is definitely addictive. It's been proven that it's addictive. Okay? So don't, this bullshit of people telling you, oh, I can quit when I want to. No, they can't. Especially it's to the point of where, like you're saying, they're addicted to it, and they're trying these that's why they're altering the fucking, they're hitting this shit with this GMO shit, bro. They're genetically altering the fucking marijuana and these strains and shit. So you get all these crazy ass names. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All this shit, bro. This shit is being made up in a lab, bro. Alright? This ain't just no naturally occurring shit. They're fucking engineering this shit, and they're fucking with it on the fucking genetic and micro level to make this shit extremely stronger and make it more receptive to your brain and make you more addicted to it. So you have to ask yourself, is this little high worth it if it's gonna lead to a fucking life of fucking addiction, or lower IQ, lower IQ and addiction? That's gonna motherfucking keep you away from, the most part, improving as a person. Again, it was another dude too from the NFL, was like this dude gave up being a professional NFL player because he couldn't smoke weed. Huh? Listen to this shit, people. Millions. Would you risk millions upon millions of dollars for just a high? Hundreds of millions of dollars. That in itself is the fucking answer to the question. And a clear problem. There's no way in hell, even no matter if I smoked weed, there's no way in hell I would do anything concerned. I would give weed up for the rest of my life for fucking $100 million. I can promise you that. But then again, too, I don't have a addictive personality. That is a part of it. I understand that exists. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Some people are genetically predisposed to be addictive. It's in their genealogy, or in their genetics. I'm sorry. Some people are addicts due to their parents or whatnot. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Using while being pregnant. But you know, all those things aside, man, you have to be strong enough to not let yourself succumb to any type of substance in life, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been times, yeah, I done got drunk before or whatever, to the point where, but that shit was like a one-time thing, bro, and that was not intentional. That chick was mixing them fucking drinks up, and it was like water, and it was on my ass. But you know, I very rarely drink, you know, and if and when I go out, especially, when I was going out, I was usually by myself for the most part, and I want to be aware. You know what I'm saying? If you drunk and fucked up or whatever, and shit pop off, you don't even know, you may not even see the shit coming. You know what I'm saying? So being intoxicated, inebriated, that's no good for you. So I mean, as black people, I just feel like we have to have that same approach and mind frame. But again, well, if you're constantly high and everybody's fucking high, and you know, or whatever you call it, and then I'm not even get to the whole Percocets and all that other bullshit and these fucking medications. We'll just stick with the weed. But if everybody's high, how you gonna see the, again, white supremacy making the moves it's making to get you, you know what I'm saying, keep you corralled or get you deeper in fucking in servitude and being ruled. Okay, so in the words of a wise man once said, stay off the weed. Alright? Stay off the damn weed, bro. This weed shit is, I'm telling you, bro. And lo and behold, you know, I say within the next keep telling people within the next, I want to say 7, I'll say 7 to 10. I really want to cap it at 7, but next 7 to 10 years, marijuana will be recreational, legal, nationwide, and it will be federally regulated. And if you're willing to fucking do that shit, I mean, just look at cigarettes, bro. Motherfuckers knew what cigarettes did to you for years upon years. And they when they first came out, no cancer, no cancer, no way, no cancer, no cancer. They fucking had to fucking change the once people start doing the real research on that and putting the information out there, okay, well, it may cause cancer, then it turns to, yeah, it definitely will cause cancer, and now you got to put the shit on the cigarette. If you want to fucking smoke it, you can smoke it, but they're pretty much trying to phase cigarettes out, purposely gonna push cigarettes out and replace them with marijuana, bro. All right, to get people on a whole nother fucking level of what's name, but like, at least with marijuana, for the most part, you don't have to worry about cancer as much, but you make you a whole lot easier to control. Because niggas gonna be, and just people in general, gonna be in a fucking slump and a stupid. But that's all on that one, man. I'm sorry this ran so long. I'll catch you on the next one.